everyone, welcome back to the Geordie View. So Newcastle lost 3-2 to Tottenham yesterday afternoon. Just a frustrating afternoon. It started coming into the match in a good mood with the takeover. It was a sellout. The first game was sold out for absolutely ages. The starting 11, I was actually pretty happy with it. I didn't agree with the 4-3-3 formation. But Callum Wilson being back, I thought, okay, this will hopefully give her a boost. Almiron unfortunately couldn't play because he's just come back from Paraguay. I don't know if he's having to quarantine. But I just feel like we could have done with an Almiron coming off the bench today with his pace. The first goal, though, was scored by Callum Wilson. 3 minutes into the game. Willock played it out to ESM. He does well. Gives it Mankio. It's a good ball in and brilliant header from Wilson. The first goal under the new regime, scored by our number 9. And it's 1-0. But then Tottenham get themselves an equaliser. The ball's played to Regulon, who played it to Ndombele. He's in a lot of space. Why is Lascelles not closing him down? Why is the midfield not closing him down? It's a brilliant finish, but he's just in too much space. But then soon afterwards, Tottenham go 2-1 up. Ball down to Harry Kane. Lobs it over Caldar, who came right out. VAR looked like it came to a rescue, but the offside flag went up. You're thinking, okay, it's come to a rescue. But then VAR check it. The goal's given. And Tottenham go 2-1 up. Very identical last season's game against Tottenham when they got an equaliser and then went 2-1 up straight afterwards. But I just knew Harry Kane was going to get a goal because he was on a goal drought, and then and also after his performance for England, I was thinking, he is bound to score on Sunday, and I was right. I just wish I put some money on it, like I should have. But the most important thing about the day was the big thing about yesterday. Unfortunately, the game had to be abandoned in the first half. Well suspended. There was a few players that pointed out that there was a medical emergency in the East Stand, so the game had to be stopped. So it looked like the defibrillator, sorry if I mispronounced that word, had to be used to obviously stabilise that fan, and that's potentially saved a life. And your life is more important than a game of football. So he had to be stabilised, and he's obviously on his way to the hospital. But I just want to send my best wishes to the fan that had to be taken to hospital yesterday. But soon after the restart, we lose the ball in the midfield. Ndombele, I think it was, he played it at Harry Kane. He beats Matt Ritchie to the ball. Why is Matt Ritchie playing left back? Come on, just give Jamal Lewis a chance there until Paul Dummett's fit. Because if we don't, and Jamal Lewis leaves the club and then goes and plays well under good coaching, it's going to be like Tovan again, where we're slagging them off when they're playing. But then we think, oh shit, we should have coached them correctly. But it's a good ball across from Kane, and Son's there to finish it, to make it 3-1. It's just a nightmare first half, and let's be honest, the atmosphere just died out, like where I was sitting after Spurs went 2-1 up. Even on this day, even under the lights, we're still having to hear, is this a library from the away fans? It's just so depressing. It's embarrassing, in my opinion, when your fans are coming up to your ground and chanting that. The game wasn't going well, but it just frustrates us that we're not picking. As soon as we go behind, the atmosphere just goes quiet rather than just pick the players up. Maybe it will change if and when Steve Bruce does leave the club. Second half was just so quiet. Tottenham had most of the ball. They're not doing a lot with it. They could have had a penalty, potential handball by Ritchie, but nothing was given. I haven't really seen it back properly. The first substitution that we made though, Sean Longstaff comes off and Jonjo Shelvey comes on. You're thinking, okay, Shelvey should be motivated to come back into the side after injury. He played well for the under-23s against Birmingham the other night. But, you know, you're thinking, okay, we've got fresh legs on. But for the second time, he gets sent off against Tottenham. He gets a yellow card at first. But then Spurs on the break. He's probably frustrated that the game's not going well. And he catches he's on a yellow card. He catches Reguilon. And he's sent off. Let's be honest, that guy is finished in our football club. And I've got a feeling I'll be surprised if he is here next season. And I just think the next manager will probably look to get rid of him. Or even if there wasn't a takeover, I feel like even if we stayed up, we still had Mike Ashley next season, he'd probably be out the door. I mean, if we got relegated, the club would probably just be looking to get rid of him just because of his 80 grand a week wages. But this guy, Jonjo Shelvey, I'm sorry, is finished at this football club. Well, no, I mean, other substitutions made. Murphy came on too late. He should have started the game. Joe Linton was just anonymous. Once again, just get in the box. You're supposed to be a striker. I mean, it's all well and good being able to hold the ball, but get in the box, man. And we brought on Fraser for Wilson. I mean, if Wilson wasn't fully fit, if there was a risk he was going to get injured, then fine, bring him off. But bring on Dwight Gale. He's a striker. Why do you give him a 3-year contract, Steve Bruce, if you're not going to play him? Bring him on ahead of instead of Ryan Fraser, and then we'll just lump balls to Fraser, probably the smallest player on the pitch, instead of just making him use his pace. It's just ridiculous. We got one back in the stoppage time, or near the end of the game. Willock putting the good ball, and when it went in off Eric Dier for 3-2. You're thinking, okay, we've got a chance here, but again, back to setting off them, protecting the defeat. And this is why Steve Bruce needs to go. I'm sure he'll be out the door. It's a matter of time, really, with this takeover, before he gets the sack. You know, the fans have made it clear they want him gone. I guess the owner's just looking for a new manager. But obviously they don't want to make it public because it would be disrespectful to him. I'm not going to have much sympathy for Bruce because if the guy had any dignity, he would have walked last season. But we'll lose. It's very frustrating. It's another long week ahead before the Crystal Palace game. You know, we just need to get that win so that we're not hearing, you know, when's the first win going to come, you know, and then potentially talk of us not winning the game all season. I think the win will come, probably in a game when we're not expecting it. But, yeah, January just can't come quick enough, in my opinion. And, you know, it's getting to the point now where I would actually, but even Jeff Hendrick, I'd look maybe to put him in under Jonjo Shelvey, or even call up the under-23s when Jonjo Shelvey is fit again. I think it'll just be the Palace game he's banned for, but I'm hoping he's not back in against Chelsea after that. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to my channel, check out my social media pages in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.